Okay, we're back, so let's get a move on. Alright, we are in the Final Fantasy VIIs. As I said I would be. We're headed to the wall market. Let's see here. Okay, I got my 10,000 gil. I did get my 10,000 gil last night. Sector 7 was destroyed. Utterly and completely. There are times I've... Oh, sorry, that was a little louder than I anticipated, but... We're making a mad dash to Shinra headquarters. Boom. We just finished Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Been streaming that for about 3.5 hours. I took a quick bathroom break, grabbed a slice of pizza. We're good to go. I'll be on here for a couple hours. We'll see what we can get done in that amount of time. See? Sector 7, no mas. Gone forever. See, we're in Sector 6. Oh, wait, this is Jim. Sorry. I want to make sure there's no new weaponry. Alright. Nothing new. Heading towards the up. Brock, I'm worried about your one-arm climbing things. But let's go. There we go. downside to Final Fantasy VII is all the minigames. I'm sorry, they're quirky. They're not very good. A lot of people like them, but I don't. Will they be part of my playthrough? I don't know. They might be if I want to get my big limit break, but we'll see. Yep, I'm having fun. I made it. We can climb up. I'd be mad, but no. I'm curious how much of this game I actually do finish in this playthrough. Like I said, I've beaten this whole game before. Do I want to fight the super weapons? Probably. Do I want to get all the materia? Maybe. I don't know. Do I want 99,999,999 gil? Sure, why not? It's gonna take... That could take a long time, though. Good news is, though, we're... Retch Center headquarters. Well, this is where I want to be. It took us 10 minutes to get here, but we got here. Busting in, because otherwise we're climbing stairs and it's boring. We don't want to climb stairs. Stairs isn't entertaining. Nobody wants to be a stairmaster. In we go. And the fighting begins. We do want to steal a hard edge for me, but we're not to that floor yet. Stop not stealing things. Cool, I was able to get a carbon bangle for one of us. By of course one of us, I mean me. Steal. Screw it. You don't have what I want. Get rid of him. Finally. There's a lot to do here. Destroy the intruders. Seems kind of rude. Steal. Steal. Slice them up. They're basically rulers for me. Return to Oz. Get rid of them. I'll be right back. I need to grab a drink. Sorry for the delay, I just decided to use the restroom while I was doing that too. Okay. So there's 60. Forgot I had to talk to them. Sorry. Some of this game is I'm rusty with because, frankly, I don't remember it, which isn't terrible. Oh, here it is. So I did grab my strategy guide because part of me does not remember this. So I'll be honest, I am using some hints. Not a lot. Okay, let's see here. Do. Okay, we got a while before we gotta worry about that. Take a drink here. Okay. And here we go. Okay. Nice. Somehow they didn't see her, so we will move on with life. Moving on with life. Deal with it. There's key card 62. Okay. What's this? Scientific Research Facility. Okay. I need to get a pen because I need to write down some notes for this one. Okay. Medical weapons. What's this one? Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14. It's gonna be Hojo. Alright, of course it's 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, I was wrong. M. So H and M so far. What's this? Okay. A. Man, I was way off. Because you want to take the number and then count how many over the letters are. So we've got H, M, and A. Doesn't seem right. Space division. Space. Planets are space. Urban planning is not. That's just the rocket. Space development. Space. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's Mako. I screwed up. It's Mako. Give me that elemental materia. Okay. Now this is where the materia gets good. So now when he attacks, it will be in the element that it attacks with, which is very useful. You can put it on your equipment down here and it'll defend. But this is what we want. Especially later in life. Outstanding. We don't have to redo everything. I wanted that elemental materia. Alright. We can only open 3 doors. So the first door is up here. I have to start the machine before I do anything. Yeah, I had to start the machine. Also, level B employee. The mayor is a level B employee. I find that entertaining. So that's 1. This is 2. There we go. There we go. This is our 3rd door for our 3rd coupon. And we can't open any more doors, so we climb up here. There we go. Star pendant. I'm now protected against poison. There we go. Moving on up. There are items in here. Phoenix down, locked. Ether. That's Kate's super weapon. We're gonna nap and get some rest here. Save the game. Okay. So there's 64. I don't know where 65 is, so there. We're gonna move on up. See if it lets me in. Okay. There's A. There's B. I'd like to do some fighting, please. C. There we go. This is what I'm looking for. Ooh, yeah, definitely want to steal. No, you're not anything. You're nothing I want. You confused me, but it never got to me, which is good, because I would have sucked, as I'm level 18. D. Excuse me 1 second, I confused someone with a message I need to clarify. Confused a poor girl. She's getting all confuddled at me. We could talk to all those people, but flush up first. Now climb up. Here we need to do some fighting. This is what I want. Man, already. Nice. Carbon Bangle stolen. Alright. I should make sure that's the right one. Okay. So we have Elemental. I'm immune to poison, and when I get the poison materia, I can put it there with Elemental, and Brock will be immune to poison. So 2 of the 3 people in my group will be immune to poison. Doing this because I want stuff. I want it. There we are. I don't want to sleep. Okay. I can't believe he hasn't attacked Barret. I just can't believe he hasn't attacked Barret. But I got everything I wanted, so... Alright. There we go. I got my 4 slots, my 2 Carbon Bangles, and I'm doing fine. Where's its head? Alright. Then we'll materia that. And now he's immune to poison. Or at least resistant to it. I was able to get Aerith a carbon bangle, just for fun. Because I'm a good person. And I always call him Jake. He's one of my friends. Oh, Brock, you didn't survive. So that's half his health right there. We're fine. And he leveled up. Nice. Go back. Yeah. There's 4 potions. 68th floor. We're going on up. Because we're busted. He's a jerk. Yeah, you missed the speech. I was just chomping on some pizza. Oh, it depends which speech. There's a lot of speeches in this game. Yeah, it's just I had to eat dinner. Oh, the Shinra speech? Yeah. You just missed it. I do vlog these. Like, they go on YouTube, so... And there's a link to that now on the channel. I figured out how to do that stuff. But yeah, he did his whole spiel. This is a glitch. If you click this 255 times, you guarantee yourself the date on the golden saucer with Tifa. Every time you click on Leave It to Me, it raises her affinity by 1. And 255 is the max, so no matter what choices you make in the game, as long as you click this 255 times, you're pretty much guaranteed to get her thing. I'm not going to worry about it. I will let the fates fall as they will. I think I'm going to go on the date with Aerith, but I'm not sure. I was able to steal a hard edge from the guys, and 4 carbon bangles. So my whatchamacallits, my equipment is better now. It was an easy steal. Yeah, I wish I'd have known that when I first played it, but it's indifferent to me now. The hard edge in this This part of the game is OP. It's very good. It's not my fault they let you steal it, though. Yeah, I'd say something's wrong. The door's open. Yes, I'll get Aerith. No, I'll get Aerith. Jerk. Yes, who opened the door? I made it very far. I made it one step. Oh, I don't want to do that. It doesn't have any magic. I'm not prepared for this. Ah, she got someone. I don't know if they're in the PlayStation version. Ooh, 3 Phoenix Downs. That's a money saver. I mean, I know this has the... obviously the bloody floor. Because you follow it around. But yeah, I don't know if it... I haven't played the PlayStation version since like 2000. When Final Fantasy X came out, I don't think I ever played Final Fantasy VII again. Because Final Fantasy X kind of took up hundreds of hours. And then the international version came out and that took up for even longer. I'll end up playing that eventually. Restore. Oh man, that sphere grid when you get into it, it just keeps going. I enjoyed the sphere grid, but I'm a crazy person. I want to wait and equip that. Oh, that restore all. That is weird. The game's not hard though. Like, as long as you do it before bosses, it's not that big a deal. It took me forever to figure out I could grind spheres from enemies with, like, those abilities, like the ability to get the sphere. Like, I didn't know you could I didn't realize there were abilities that gave you spheres in that game, so I, like, was severely underleveled for a lot of it, but it was still pretty easy. Some of it wasn't, but that was. Yeah, 250 crit. I got lucky. Hard edges are awesome in the early game. I don't understand what WE is. Oh, okay. I don't worry about it, so I'm gonna go with whatever. Their abilities in Final Fantasy X like damage taken to sphere levels. Oh. I didn't master the sphere grid. I just went around it. To me, the stuff in Final Fantasy X, it was so easy I didn't worry about it. Because of what they let you do with your party and swap out stuff. That was terrible. Stupid magic pots. Yeah, Final Fantasy X was not a difficult game in comparison to... Really, 7's not that difficult a game. A tough Final Fantasy game would probably be like 4 on the 3DS is really hard. Because they were unfair with it. Why won't you let me in? I don't understand. I'm in the wrong spot, aren't I? Yeah. Yes, I did. Actually, it comes on the mini NES, but I played it on the original Nintendo. I'm looking forward to the pixelated Final Fantasy 1 through 6, but I'm annoyed that it's only for PC and mobile because I know they'll screw up the interfaces horribly. Especially Final Fantasy 3. I want to play it like it was played on the NES. But Final Fantasy 1 was not super difficult on the regular Nintendo. It's just stuff. If you knew that stuff was broken and you didn't take Thief, you could make it through that game. But Intelligence didn't work. Evasion didn't work. Oh, I didn't even know you could do that in that game. I just knew certain things didn't work. It got to the point where it was such an easy game once you got your secondary job, like the knight, the adult versions of the job, that it was kind of just like the game was kind of a breeze. And I had an absolute blast with that game. One of my favorite games actually is Final Fantasy 1 on the PSP, because I like all the extra stuff they put in there. I really like the graphics. I love that game. I'll play it like before bed sometimes. Final Fantasy 1's one of my favorite Final Fantasies. Because it's the closest thing to Dungeons and Dragons that Final Fantasy has been. As long as you didn't play Thief. Unfortunately, Thief was just not a very good character. I know he transforms into the ninja, but which also makes like no sense at all. But his stats didn't work, so it was like what was the point of the thief. I used a fighter, a monk, a red mage, and a black mage. I don't know, is Ryu from Ninja Gaiden a thief? Because he's definitely a ninja. But I'd swap out black. Yes? No, I don't think he is. Oh, Rufus. I really do like Final Fantasy 1. I played it originally on Origins on the PS1, and I had a ball. Because they fixed a lot of the problems. Especially inventory management. Inventory management on the regular Nintendo for Final Fantasy 1 might have been the worst thing in the history of video games. It was unbelievable how bad Final Fantasy 1's inventory system was. You could carry like 6 weapons. And you had 4 party members. So that was awkward. Of course, Final Fantasy IV, then they had the item limit. And if you bought new items of the same thing, like the same item, like if you bought a potion and then you left and bought another potion, it would take up 2 item slots until you organized it. And you only had 60 item slots, including armor, which was just atrocious. It made for some very interesting endgame moments. Do I want this armor or do I want that armor? And you just prayed to God you had your fat chocobo. Which was the weirdest invention Final Fantasy ever did. They did have terrible programmers. A lot of the swords didn't work, like the dragon sword didn't do anything, the werebane sword didn't do anything against werewolves. They did fix it though, so like if you play later versions of it, those weapons actually do their job, but yeah, the originals were just pretty different colors. But it was... Even that being said, Final Fantasy 1 is a way better game than Final Fantasy 2. Final Fantasy 2 is utter trash. Final Fantasy 2 might be the worst game Square Enix ever made. They did have limited memory in 1, though. I mean, it's a regular Nintendo game. And for what it was, I mean, it was a gigantic game. If you ever played Dragon Quest 1 or Dragon Warrior 1, depending on how you want to call it, compared to Final Fantasy 1, it's no contest. Final Fantasy 1 blows Dragon Warrior 1 out of the water. Dragon Warrior. No, Dragon Quest was called Dragon Warrior back in the day. And Dragon Quest 1 is the godfather of RPGs. They're actually owned by Enix. So when Square and Enix merged, it was really weird because Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy were like arch rivals with each other, and they're under the same company now. Dragon Quest XI that came out blows away anything Final Fantasy's done in the past. No, Quest 64 is totally different. Quest 64 was a nonsensical game. When Dragon Quest comes out in Japan, they made a law that Dragon Quest has to come out on a Friday. Because so many people would call off work to play Dragon Quest on Tuesdays that they almost made it a national holiday in Japan when a Dragon Quest game releases. But there's a legitimate law that Dragon Quest games have to come out on a Friday in Japan. It is by far the biggest game in Japan is Dragon Quest. It's not even close. Like, like they like Final Fantasy, but they love Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest to Japanese, like to the nation of Japan, is their national treasure. They hold it near and dear to their hearts. You mean I gotta re-equip Barret? Gosh darn it. He had. Where's Elemental? Getting Elemental Lightning, that's for sure. Okay. Store. Nice. This did not do what I thought it was going to do. Lightning, fire, steel. Poison. I had him arranged. It told me to unequip it, and I unequipped it, and now this happened. This was not intentional. I had everything the way I wanted it. Everything. Yeah, I did not auto-arrange it. No, I'm not doing that. That part of my I'm a micromanager when it comes to these games. I nitpick. I need to go in or out. Well, yeah, remember, I haven't played this game in 20 years. Yes, it is. I'll take care of that. Don't worry. You should just be happy I remembered I needed Bolt. Usually I forget to put Bolt on everybody. And I sit there and go, I forgot to do something important. He's in trouble now, though. I'm going to hold... You're going to hold me to the highest standards? You're going to be extremely disappointed in how I play Final Fantasy games. I do not. The highest of standards in Final Fantasy. I hope not. Yeah, I've done that. I've done that a lot. Well, I used to. Like I said, I'm just happy I remembered to put magic on these guys. I haven't... Like I said, I haven't played this game in forever. I beat it 3 or 4 times, and then I got kind of annoyed with it because it's slow. Like, these battles are slow. Because they want to show off their pretty graphics. And I just want to beat stuff. That did not help out Jake too much. This game is not as slow as Final Fantasy IX, though. Final Fantasy IX has the worst battles. They take forever. It's one thing I actually really like about old Final Fantasy games. Their dungeons are smaller, except for 2. 2 is terrible. 2 is no good, and we will never talk about how... We won't put 2 in the same category. That's raw armlet, that's garbage. Yeah, I'm not doing that, though. Okay, we gotta... remove materia from members. I don't enjoy the cheats, like the cheats on Xbox. If I want to restore the whole, I'll restore the whole party till it's gone. Unless that's the way it was, like in the original PlayStation. I always just used auto. I always just used all. Well, I know there's cheats for the Xbox, like speed up and level 99 and stuff like that. So I didn't know if that was one of the cheats. Forgot how to auto. Well, you're gonna have to bear with. What am I doing? I'm all distracted. I'm all kerfuddled now. What does he use? Ah, you're alright. What he uses, I don't think it's gonna matter. Which one am I gonna do? This one. And I don't remember if he has something or not. I don't think I ever use magic in this fight. I usually just go head to head and beat him and his little panther up. But I might. I don't remember. Who shot me? There. There's one. Oh, we got it up before I could put it on. I tried. I knew it was coming. I got rid of him, so that's good. Now I can just mess around with his barrier. I had to beat him with Blade Beam anyway. I grinded the area before Wall Market because I always want 10,000 gil before I leave there for random things. That was a good fight. Because I like to have a certain amount of gil in a certain point of the game. Because I know I'm going to want 30,000 gil before I go from North Corel to the Gold Saucer, so I can get the lifetime pass and not have to worry about it. So I always try to have a certain amount of... I actually grind for gil, not levels. Because like I said, this game's not difficult enough. Golden Chocobo. It forces me to go. I don't like the other mini games, but you gotta do the Golden Chocobo stuff, because you gotta get your Knights of the Round. Otherwise, those weapons become a little more iffy. Plus, I enjoy the Chocobo breeding. I find it amusing. It's fun. And that's not entirely Golden Saucer. That's... You get the Chocobo farm, you get to buy stables, buy the nuts, mate the Chocobos with different Chocobos, buy their wonderful, great, good, whatever status, and then green, whatever they are, black, I forget the other color, and gold. Blue, I think it is? Yeah, blue. That's the water one. But I like the idea of the different color Chocobos having different properties. I enjoy that about this game. It's something that 8 completely just is like, we're not going to do Chocobos unless you have a pocket station, which nobody outside of Japan had, so that was dumb. You literally couldn't beat the whole game. That's another reason I didn't. That's one of the main reasons I didn't like 8. Yeah, but the card game's only good in the beginning. Then you start putting in the stupid rules with calculus. Remember calculus? Calculus. I don't do calculus. I have to guess which planets align and the stars in the heavens and to determine which card takes what. -1. If they're even, you take all the cards. Oh my goodness. It drove me nuts. I enjoyed it in the beginning. I had a ball in Balam. I'd go through and get as many cards as I could in the beginning of the game, and then never play it again. Because I didn't want to spread all those stupid rules. Random was the worst. Quality graphics right there. Top notch. Everybody really, 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 really loved this part of the game. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, this part of the game drove me nuts because I was so bad at the controls. You can get a reset of the rules, it's just not easy. The Card Queen is kind of a cheap character. It's better than Nine's card game, though. Because Nine's card game is a game of chance, and sometimes the numbers meant nothing. Like a lower set of cards could beat a higher set, just randomly. And that was the worst. Let's see, what's my party? Spirit, you're gonna take vitality, you're gonna give me the poison. Okay. Where's Elemental? I'm just gonna leave my material like this just because I know it annoys you now. Just to stick it to the man. I get a second sense material. Restore. Nice. Poison. makes you feel any better, I kind of forgot how to organize it. I remember how on the PlayStation, I have no idea how to... There, I hit all the buttons and nothing organized. I hit left, I hit right, I hit up, I hit down. Oh, arrange. But now you're happy. I was gonna sleep okay anyway, until you see me play this stupid minigame. Actually, I kind of enjoyed this minigame growing up. That's why sometimes you just run them over. Because the first round of combat for me is healing anyway. He wiped his own buddy out. That's not doing great. I was doing really well until I wasn't. Yeah, I love that. I love not being able to see what the heck I'm doing. Yeah, I knocked a guy out, not seeing what I'm doing. Ooh, Aerith is doing terrible. Ooh, boy. Not my worst. Yeah, I think Barret would shoot back. Be like, Barret, do something! Luckily, my main party, is in really good shape. I don't have to worry too much about it. And Barret's ready to do his thing. And up. So I only have Big Shot for Barret. Which I don't know why. I thought I'd be well past that by now. Usually I am. Yeah, I need to... Need to use Bolt. I knew putting fire resistance on me was a good idea. I remembered. And drop a cure. The one downside is once you find out the magical weakness of these enemies, it's pretty much over in the beginning. This is actually how the end of Final Fantasy VI is. You find the magical weakness of the enemy, and then you spam magic the entire rest of the end game. This game, at least, physical attacks have a point because weapons are good. Finally got Mind Blow. Oh, Star Pendant. All right. It can be very useful. Mind Blow against certain enemies is like destructive. How much magic can you wipe out? Alright, 4 playthroughs, and I'm out of Midgar. Onwards and outwards. And they both get affinity for it. That's the thing. You can play Cloud as the stuck-up, aloof, emo person that everybody thinks he is, but I never did. So when it kind of became a thing that Cloud is like this, almost like Squall, like jerk. I'm like, I never played him like that, so it was weird to me. Like everybody thought he was just this like person that hates everyone, and I'm like, I never played him like that at all. This is my party, and this is how I do. And he never was like that. I mean, he's kind of a goofball. He is how you make him out to be. I mean, he has the opportunity to be that way. It's just he's not. I'm gonna go ahead and save here. I want to do all that again. Yeah. Yeah, I made it into the world. Now I don't want to go back here. Yet. I will return. There are things there I will want later. I need to get to calm. I made it to calm. I'm gonna do a little bit of grinding here. Yeah, the problem is with Calm, it takes like an hour and a half almost, because you have to go through so much story. But I am going to do a little grinding here to build up some cash. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. Isn't it orthopedic underwear? From what I remember? Not that I'd remember. I remember a few things. And for some reason, that's one of them. Actually, I remember that because the Team 4-star whatchamacallit. Yep. Hey, priorities. The Team 4-star abridged series for this was outstanding. And you have to have priorities when it comes to gameplay. I kind of also remembered it because I just got through a Final Fantasy V playthrough. And you go through with Bartz, and you level up his piano skill, and it gives you a special ability, so... Definitely want to make sure I get that. Don't want the thief around. I am not a fan of Red 13. I never use him in my party until, like, I'm grinding away getting all their limit breaks and ultimate weapons and things. He has really good stats to start the game, like this part of the game, but as the game goes on, he just isn't as good as other characters. So I tend not to use Red 13 as much as some people do. Oh, Matra Magic. Do it. No, that's not it. He, yeah, I love Sid. But I have a soft spot for Dragoons. Oh, you're basically going all females. Girl Squad. Tifa's one of my favorite characters. See, now I got the grenade bomb. It's just randomly because I killed so many enemies, but I can't use it because I gotta use Mind Blow like 7 times so I can unlock his ultimate limit. Did you know that it's affinity based who you go on the date with? So if I had like Aerith where Brock is, she would get more affinity than Tifa would, or vice versa. Like their order in the party actually matters to who gets the date if they're in the party together. I didn't know that stuff until like years later. Yep, proximity matters. The closer you are to Cloud, the better chances your date is. I've never not used Barret. Barret is my boy. I stick him in the back row. I never use his short-range weapons if I can help it, and let him go to town. And then I give myself long-range materia and stick myself in the back row. But Barret is best boy in this game for me. There's a reason I'm grinding, by the way. I'm actually not going to go into Calm because I have to go to work. And I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to, like, go through the whole story. So that's actually going to be my next playthrough. My goal with the playthroughs are to get through a major story point until a certain point in the game. And that's the Wutai. That's where the grind really takes place for me. So I'm just giving you a heads up. I'm not actually going to be going into Calm this thing. Because I have to leave in like half an hour. I didn't know there was a limit to how much she could take. I know there's a limit to how much you can carry. I tend not to struggle in Wu Tai too much, because I know it's coming, and I start grinding really hard with Yuffie before that, so she gets to a level where she's not incompetent. Because when this game first came out, Dragon Ball Z actually was coming, was out around in the States. Dragon Ball Z was coming out, so I always pretended that Cloud was Goku. I actually named him Goku because of the yellow hair, and I just pretended like every time I fought and went to a limit break, he went Super Saiyan. And I named everybody after Dragon Ball Z characters. So for me, the grind in this game for me has never been terrible. Like I've never hated just wandering around fighting. Usually I name them after my friends. What do you do? Like these characters, other than that playthrough, have always been the same names to me. They've never changed. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I should have attacked two different people. Oh well. Kill it. Interesting. Yeah, I always name them after my friends. You name them based on the conversations they have? Yeah, I could see that. I would... I was always careful how I named my characters because my mom would randomly check in on me to see what I was doing. But like I said, I always name them after my friends. That's what makes me so mad about Final Fantasy IX for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. You can't rename anybody. Everybody's stuck with the name they have. And it makes me so mad. Because there's no reason for... Oh, I totally wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. It makes me mad because I really wanted to... I want to name my characters what I want to name them. I'm not going to worry about it. The goal by the end of my stream here is to get me to level 20. I'm getting there. It's important to have goals. Use hacks? I don't use hacks. I'm terrified to do that stuff on a console. Absolutely terrified. Well, no, it's not respect. I'm just terrified to do it. Disgusting. No, okay. I can live with disgust. I'll survive. The nice thing about this is I'm not going to have to buy... I was about to say, the nice thing about this is I'm not going to have to buy carbon bangles, and that's going to save me money. Like I said, I grind for money. Levels kinda happen. I learned a long time ago in Final Fantasy games, you grind for Gil. Plus, I just don't have the time to, like, go through the story beats. Oh, yeah, the 2.4 million Gil. There's an achievement on the Xbox for having 99,999,999 Gil. I may or may not ever get there, but it exists. That comes with... Mastering stuff takes the triple growth weapons and later monsters than what I've got right now. That's another thing I'm actually trying to do. I'm trying to get Lightning 2, Cure 2, Fire 2, and Ice 2. I'm going to get those as soon as I can. I don't think these guys have anything, but I'm going to use it. I think that counts, but I don't know if it does. By the time I'm done with this playthrough, I'll probably have 7 or 8 Master Dolls sold. Money's not going to be an issue later, like it is now. But yeah, I think the goal of these streams, 'cause 2 hours is about as much as I stream on Final Fantasy VII, because I don't want to get annoyed with it. We're at 2 hours and 8 minutes, so I'll go another 20 minutes or so. See, there's an all leveled up, so now I can cure twice. And then it's simpler that way. I think it's more watchable too. I was telling myself earlier, that's why I'm playing 2 games at once. Instead of 4-hour streams for one game, it's 2 2-hour streams, and that seems a little easier to swallow, to digest. I got it off. Yes. I learned that playing Skyrim. I burned myself out playing Skyrim on stream, and I found that if I play it, because Assassin's Creed Odyssey is going to last me 300 hours. My first playthrough without doing any of the DLCs was 160, and I plan on doing everything in that game, so that's a 300-hour game. I can get Final Fantasy VII done in a third of that time. I could possibly get 3 Final Fantasy games done in there. Possibly. I did finish 15. I just have to do one more episode. I have to do Arden's episode and I'm done with that. Like, done with the game then. But I do want to go through and play all the Final Fantasies on Twitch. So I've done 15, I'm doing 7. I'm just kind of bouncing around. I'm not in a hurry to do 13. I'm not in a hurry to do 2. 5 is the most grindy game of all, because of the job system. Six will be fun. 4, it depends. 4 can be fun, but there's one part that on 4 that is just like the worst part of any Final Fantasy game ever. It's an anti-metal cave that doesn't let you use any armor. And then the final boss is 2 bosses in one. Oh, did I hit 20? Cool. Goal accomplished. It's good to have goals. Usually I'm around level to put it into perspective, when I play this, usually I was around level 40, 45, somewhere in that range when I'd go to Wutai. Yeah, I did. Neat. And I've almost got my 20,000 gil, so this was good. Ooh. I actually enjoy playing 8 though, so it doesn't bother me. I just don't think it's a very good game, but I actually enjoy it. For me, it's like Pokemon. I want to collect all the GFs. And I have very specific things I like doing, like with the characters and who gets what GF. 10 is going to be a long playthrough. I can tell you right now, when I play 10 is going to be long. Because I have the international version, and I plan on fighting the Dark Aeons, because I've never done it. And I plan on doing all the Blitzball, and I plan on doing all that. Oh yeah, 10 is going to be a long playthrough. 10 is a 100 to 150 hour playthrough. I do love Blitzball. I got very good at Blitzball on the PlayStation 2. I don't know how I am now, but... Yeah, I used to love, like, signing the free... I'd love going around signing the free agents from different teams and putting the best possible team together. For me, it was like... It was a sports game in a Final Fantasy game, and I loved it. I thought it was one of the better sports games that came out around then. Okay, cool, now I can do 2 all spells with him. That was not the same all spell, that was the other one. But I always remember putting brother... No, it's level 2. I have 2 all spells on him. Yeah, level 3 would be insane. That's actually something I do need to check after this fight. I need to see where how my materia is coming along. I didn't look. Actually, one of the reasons I started over this is because the last playthrough I got to right where Aerith is killed, and I realized I forgot to pick up a summon, and it was one of those that you can't go back and pick up, and I was devastated. I think it was Ramuh. It was either Ramuh or Shiva. It's the one you fight, you go to the prison in the desert, and it's in the Chocobo area with all the people, and you talk to that lady, and before you talk to her and go through your Chocobo races to be freed, there's a summon materia in there, and if you don't get it, it's gone forever. And I forgot to get it, and that sucked. Oh, see, we're almost to Lightning 2. Doing great. Awesome. That'll be next playthrough's. That'll probably be one of next playthrough's goals, is get Lightning 2 and all that stuff. Good. Good, good, good. Yeah, on the ground. I don't remember if it's Shiva or Ramuh. Yep. And I forgot to pick it up. I knew it was there, and I forgot to pick it up. Even though summons in this game kinda pointless, they're still cool. Like, you get Bahamut 0, and it takes like 45 seconds for his attack to go off, and it does less than a normal physical attack at the end. Yes, you do, and you gotta level them all up. Yes, water kick. Okay, so I'm gonna do somersault one more time, and then I'll move to water kick. You can actually get a master summon materia without getting all that from the guy in the village where you fight Leviathan. There's a nonsensical side quest you can do for a master summon materia. Oh, I didn't realize she was so low on health. Alright, we'll take care of that. It's fine. Cool, I got to 20k. The one thing I am not going to do, and I'm telling you right now, is get all the enemy skills. That's just not happening. I've never cared about... I don't care about that materia. I don't worry about it. I've never been a Blue Mage fan. That is not happening. I can almost 100% guarantee it. Enemy skill will not be mastered. Be a good way to start. Be a good way to start the next stream, though, is go into Calm and get story time. Because then I'm pretty much guaranteed to get a story beat done in the stream, so that's good. I'm not disappointed with how this stream went, though. I got out of Midgar, went through all the Shinra headquarters, got everything I needed. Kind of on the first try, too. I was surprised. The carbon bangles were actually easy to steal. Usually I have problems stealing, because Tifa's not a very good thief. In the next stream I will probably go through Calm, the Chocobo for the Chocobo barn, and get past the Midgar Zolom and get to the other side. And that will be where I'm at. It's hard to distract from a figure. It's true. There's definitely no arguing that she is a better distraction than a thief. Though Zidane is my favorite character possibly in all of Final Fantasy. He's a thief. Rock from 6, even though they call him a treasure hunter, he's a thief. He's a good character. Although your other choices are... We call him Mr. T. Yes, but Cloud is very much Goku. Actually, the artist for Final Fantasy 5, 6, and 7 was obsessed with blonde-haired, blue-eyed people. So everyone had blonde hair and blue eyes in his original artwork, including Terra, who has green hair. And it made a lot of people mad that she ended up having blonde hair in the US version of the Super Nintendo Final Fantasy III, because he kind of had a blonde hair, blue eye fetish. So all the characters in 5 had blonde hair, blue eyes. A lot of the characters were redesigned in 6 to have blonde hair, blue eyes, and Cloud has blonde hair, blue eyes. A lot of people did, though. They were really mad. Like, they changed Terra's hair from green to blonde, and it made her mad. No, it's not a great design. It's very homogeneous and boring. Very samey. There's nothing wrong with blonde hair and blue eyes. It's just when every single one of your characters has it, it's kind of hard to distinguish. Especially his art style. Like the hand-drawn stuff for 5, all of the people look all the characters look the same. Which is weird. $363, not bad. No. No. They all look the same. Literally. Final Fantasy V's hand-drawn characters all look the same. Had nothing distinguishable about them. 2 of them were sisters. So they definitely look the same. And then when you're... Because here's a spoiler for 5. Galuf, the old man, dies, and he gets replaced by his granddaughter. And guess what? She was blonde-haired, blue-eyed, and looked exactly like the other 2 girls. So the game ends up being Bartz and 3 girls. And Bartz looks like a girl. In newer versions, they differentiated them, but yeah. Their sprites look different, thank God. But the hand-drawn animations that they use for, like, when they're talking, their hand-drawn stuff comes up next to the text box with their words, and they're all very similar. Uh-oh. Go ahead and use 2 magics. Stealing from me, you jerks. Yeah, I was actually about to get off in 2 minutes, so you have a good one. Let's see if I can't. Find magic. Got my hyper back, that's good. But I can get to level 21. I think I'll get to level 21 and call it a stream. That's what I'll do. I'll call it at level 21, we'll call it a stream. Because they'll get Brock to 20, me to 21, and everything will be perfectly situated. Perfectly situated. As all things are. I can get that done in 6 minutes. Especially if I do that. Oh, lightning leveled up. Ice leveled up. Awesome. So I got lightning and ice leveled, along with 2 alls. So that's useful. Okay, we've got good situations happening. Sometimes doing a grind isn't the worst thing. I might do a grind session actually tonight. I'm not sure. See, there's Bolt 2. Come on. The other important thing about grinding early in this game is it gives you the number of enemies you need to kill for later limit breaks, which is useful. So you want to make sure you get a good, at least a decent amount done before, you know, you move on too late in the game and it gets harder to kill things. Now this should take care of these two right here. Boom. Yes. Which is really why I should do Red 13's grind session right now, but I'm not gonna. So there's 46, 383, okay. Almost done. I know grinding levels in Gil isn't the most exciting content, I understand that. But it sure is important. Reset Tifa's thing. Forgot to reset Tifa's thing. Go ahead and save just in case something bad happens. No reason to have something bad happen. Yeah, I got about 2 or 3 more fights and I'm done. He's able to go over 100 on his attacks now, which is good. And this will get me 25,000 gil. Outstanding. Like, money-wise, I'm doing very well. Level-wise, I'm actually doing pretty well, too. Like, this part of the game I should not be level 21, but I am. I could do Bolt 2 and then just be the end of it. Cool. And that got me to level 20. Oh, a nice round number to end. Very good. 76. Nice. It's getting there. It's not anywhere near there, but you see it's 39,202 from being mastered. That's the thing. Lightning 2 is becoming a more real thing for him. Yeah. So that was fun. I enjoyed that. I will talk to y'all later. I don't know if I'll be on tonight or not. If so, it'll only be like a couple hours, maybe an hour. So I'll see everyone later. I don't know how the rest of the week's gonna look. I may or may not stream tomorrow. Friday and Saturdays will not be streaming days, probably. Most likely. Saturday definitely won't be because of work. But Fridays probably won't be, so those might be 2 days I'm just not around. And we'll see about Sundays. I'll try on Sunday, but I make no promises. But I'll be on for at least an hour and a half tomorrow, maybe. That's my goal. I don't know if it'll be in the afternoon or late night, but that is a goal. So I will talk to everyone later. So long, everybody. Also, this will be on YouTube, so